today I have this special guest here. Ta-da! Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Shinya. I'm from Germany, I guess. I am actually Kurdish from Iraq. I have a YouTube channel as well, mostly Kurdish, but it's going to be English soon.
Mm-hmm.
And I grew up in Germany, and then this lovely lady here, she was like, hey, let's do a collab, and I was like, yeah, let's do it, and now I'm here.
Yeah, so I just met her today, but I feel like, I know you for like a while. Like,
We're sisters now.
Yeah, crazy. And we had this like really nice lunch.
Yeah, we had falafel.
Yeah, and
Insert here.
insert here. Yeah. It looks so good, right? And it's pita, falafel with what is it, like a red onion? No, it's
Yes.
Is it red onion? Red onion.
Red onion. Red onion with the sumac and parsley.
Ah, first time like in Osaka to have this falafel,
Me
but it was
too.
really
It was
good,
really good,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I definitely recommend
Yeah.
you to go there. And I kind of want to talk today about, there's some other vegan types, and one is pescatarian, and she happened to be ex-pescatarian.
Right, ex
Ex-pescatarian.
I was pescatarian for 7 years.
Wow.
Back in the day.
Mm-hmm. So like for those people who don't know about pescatarian, what kind of like diet is it?
So pescatarian is, I guess, similar to vegetarian. Vegetarian is you don't eat meat, right? But pescatarian is you don't eat meat, but you eat fish. So seafood.
Mm-hmm.
Seafood, fish. Like I was eating shrimps. I was eating tuna and salmon. Mainly to get my protein intake, but I was eating no meat for 7 years.
Wow, that's a long time. Like
That's a very long time.
Yeah, in Germany, like especially like fish are not very, let's say, commonly consumed.
Fish is very expensive
Yeah,
in Germany.
right,
Yeah.
right, so-
Except if it's fish fingers or something.
Oh yeah, like a fried fish. That's how
Yeah.
I think about it. Like
Right, right.
So, but how about in Japan?
Oh, in Japan, I think fish is very easily available everywhere
Yeah, compared to Germany.
compared
yes.
to Germany,
Yeah.
right? So I can have sushi here for very, very cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Where in Germany, I would pay like, I don't know, 10 euros
Yeah.
for like, I don't know, 5 rolls or something.
Mhm.
I can have the same amount for like, I don't know, 200 yen, would I?
Yeah.
200 yen
Definitely.
at the supermarket, or if I go out for sushi, you have a lot of like 100 yen sushi places
Yeah,
as well,
definitely.
where the quality is, I would say, higher than German fish quality.
Yeah, even though it's expensive in Germany, the quality isn't the best.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's usually frozen as well.
well,
everything.
yeah, definitely. So what was like the most challenging thing when you come here for like a trip or something and being a pescatarian?
Oh,
What was?
well, when I was pescatarian, I did come to Japan quite a lot, so I was struggling to find foods that had like only fish as an option, because sometimes
Oh.
they would have like, if I bought bentos, there was like fish, but there was also meat in it, and I was like, huh. And then
Yeah.
also, if I wanted to enjoy, for example, curry or something, Japanese curry, they always came with meat in it.
Yeah.
And for example, kokoichi, they only a few years ago they introduced like a vegetarian option where
Yep.
the sauce is
Yep.
vegetarian or vegan. I'm not sure, but at the time I really wanted to eat curry, and it always came with meat. So that was really hard for me. And then also other foods as well. Usually, like you don't really have that image that Japan is full of meat, but like
Yes.
most dishes are meat dishes.
Yeah, it's actually very weird if you think about it. Like no one would
Yeah.
think that the Japanese food was full of meat, but actually, it's true.
Right.
Like,
I would think at the time before I came to Japan for the first time, I thought Japanese food is mainly probably fish and like rice and like soup or something. But that's just like the image that we have of
Yeah.
Japanese food.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is actually with meat.
Yeah, definitely. So it's kind of, it's not very easy to avoid meat
Right.
in Japanese food.
Right.
So
And then also if you are vegetarian, not pescatarian, a lot of the foods have like fish broth or something, and you don't even know that it's in there. You can't see it.
right.
And like things that are made with dashi, for example. That's fish, right?
Yeah, fish balls.
So I was like, wow, I have no idea what's in this. So can I eat it? I don't know.
Yeah. There has to be a lot of like compromise, I guess, to be a vegan or vegetarian or pescatarian. I mean, Japan. I mean, now it's getting more and more popular.
Yeah, I saw a few days ago. I saw that they were selling soy meat burgers now too. Yeah, I can't eat it though because I'm soy intolerant now.
Yes, that's actually really difficult.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So after 7 years of pescatarianism, I suddenly developed soy intolerance and also lactose intolerance.
Oh, no.
So at the time when I was pescatarian, I was consuming a lot of soy products, for example, tofu and soy meats and things like that. And then suddenly I started noticing I'm bloated. For example, I'm bloated all the time. I had like the worst stomach pains.
Oh no.
And every day. And I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what the problem was. And then I also got a lot of diarrhea from it.
Oh, no.
So I was like, I don't know what's wrong. I went to the doctor. They were like, I don't know what's wrong with you. And then I noticed that it only happened when I had like tofu or soy milk. So I switched to regular milk because I was still consuming milk and eggs as well. And this almost the same thing happened, but a little less like painful. But then I also figured out I was also suddenly lactose intolerant.
Oh no.
And well, according to my doctor, it was because I was eating so many soy products and all of that. And a lot of people apparently, if they become soy intolerant, they also become lactose intolerant for some reason, or the other way around. I'm not sure. Yeah. There's actually two types though of soy intolerance.
Yeah.
There's one where it's really bad and you could like go to the hospital. And then there's one where you can have like fermented soy.
Right.
And that's the type that I have.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna go to the hospital. I'm just gonna suffer in my bed.
Well, that's bad enough. Like, you don't want to eat that for sure.
Yeah, and I also noticed in Japan a lot of products do have soy.
Yeah.
So if I buy like a cookie, I have to check does it have soy or not.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But a lot of the products do have like soy.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
Need to read the kanji for soy.
Yeah, exactly.
Daizu.
I mean, I think that's the hardest part for someone who is not Japanese, right? I mean, everything is in Japanese, like all the ingredients and things like that. So
one more thing though, when I came as a pescatarian to Japan, I went to an okonomiyaki restaurant with my friend, and I told the waiter I wanted my okonomiyaki without meat. First of all, they're like very confused if you ask for something without meat because they're not very used to making special orders, I guess. They don't want to adjust anything for you because the way that they prepare it is like the best way for them to serve it, right? But I said I didn't want the meat, and then sometimes I would have to say I have meat allergy or something.
Yeah.
But then when I told them I can't eat the meat, like I just want it without the meat, they told me, well, what about the sauce? And I said, well, of course I want the sauce. But then they were like, well, it's tonkatsu sauce. You can't have it if you can't have meat because there's meat in the sauce.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Right. So I couldn't have the sauce either, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of hidden meats too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like something that you would actually never imagine that it's actually meat.
Right.
Like even like sweets or cakes, sometimes they got like fish or meat things. So.
Right. So it's really hard especially if you don't speak Japanese.
Right.
If you can't communicate with the people at restaurants, for example, or if you can't read the labels, that's really hard. Yeah.
You think that there is more and more like vegetarian, vegan options here?
Yeah, definitely. But I noticed that Japan still does the thing where, for example, in Germany, it started a few years ago where suddenly they were introducing soy versions of everything. For example, soy meat burger or soy this, soy that. So you could make your food like you're used to with soy products. But then they started using different materials. For example, like a completely plant-based burger that has no soy at all. So I could eat that.
Yeah.
So I was really happy about that.
That's
but
true.
and then they have like I don't know. Do you know this? There's this brand in Germany. They make the stuff with lupinen.
Lupinen.
It's like a flour. and they make like yogurts and things like that. It's completely plant-based and has no soy.
Oh.
Or like they make stuff with coconut, or
Yeah.
like there's.
Wow.
But Japan is still very slow on all of this, and they still use soy for everything. So even though there are many options now, I don't think I could go back to pescatarianism or vegetarianism or veganism or anything, mainly with soy products as my protein source, because I can't have soy.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy when I see somewhere like 7-Eleven introduced 7-Eleven introduced 7 like different items where you can have like soy meat ramen or something.
Really?
I was like, wow, that looks so delicious. I want to try, but I can't try it because it's soy.
Yeah. Right now, like many Japanese vegan vegetarian products heavily rely on soy things
Right.
right
Because
now.
it's very easily accessible for them as well.
Exactly. We already have so many like soy products like tofu, soy milk, and everything. So I hope there is, in the future more than the soy meat option, right? And for someone who, I think there are many people who can't have soy products.
Yeah, they are many people, right?
Yeah. So well, we are making slow changes. Slow,
one step at a time.
Baby steps.
In Japan, it's just really hard, especially because fruits and veggies are also very expensive.
That's true.
Much more expensive than in Germany.
Yeah,
so
like in Europe.
Yeah, so you'll definitely struggle if you come here as a pescatarian even. But I guess if you do your research, it's gonna be fine. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
And I guess you'll see her on my channel as well.
Yeah, go check her channel out.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
See you on my channel.
Bye.
Goodbye.